Hey guys, welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name is Allie, and today's video is gonna be a quick and easy everyday makeup look. Whether you're going to work or you just don't have a lot of time and you wanna do a quick makeup routine, this is gonna be for you, and it's gonna be fall edition, so a little bit more of the smoky brown colors. Still natural, but also tapping into those fall colors. I'm gonna just use these little creaseless clips to pin my hair back, and my hair is fairly thick, and so I feel like these don't love to hold my hair back all that much, but I feel like it's just enough to kind of keep your bangs out of the way. Hi, do you want to come say hi? We have a special guest that wants to come say hello. Okay. I'm gonna start with my Tower 28 SOS Daily Rescue Facial Spray, and I'm still trying to heal a lot of my blemishes that I've had over the past few weeks, kind of on my chin and my forehead. So I really want to try to be consistent at using this both in the morning and the night. So I'm just gonna let that all dry. And I feel like this makeup routine is so perfect because in the mornings I don't like to spend a ton of time doing my makeup. So I try to find the very quick and easy makeup routines where you still look put together, but it doesn't take all that much time. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with the Estée Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is the Stay in Place makeup, and this one is in the shade 3W 1.5. And I've only used this once so far and I really like it. The only thing is that it has just like an open kind of top, and so the foundation just kind of pours out really quick. Last time I just put it on my hand and then I just kind of dabbed my beauty sponge in it, but this time I feel like that was pretty messy. I don't really want to get it on my hand, so I'm just gonna put it on my brush directly, but I don't know, maybe you'll be able to see, but it just like pours out pretty quick. I feel like you have to be careful that you don't put too much on your brush. So I'm just gonna spread this all around, and I think that this might be I don't know if this is considered full coverage or not, but I find that it's actually very light coverage. I feel like maybe you can build it up, but it doesn't feel super thick or honestly all that high coverage. I feel like it's pretty natural coverage, which is perfect for everyday wear. But if you're looking for something more full coverage, then I would maybe try something different. And during the work week too, I feel like I like something where it's gonna be very subtle and soft on my skin. I really like just enough to give an even skin tone, but not too thick where you'll feel it kind of sitting on your skin all day. I think that's all the foundation I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna go in with just a tiny bit of concealer underneath my eyes. So this one is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one is in the color Macadamia, and I'm just gonna do a little bit under my eyes to brighten. And I'm running out of this. I think I need to get a new one because it's starting to feel a little bit dry. And so, just a little bit down there. Perfect. Just a few little dots to cover up my dark circles, and then also a few of my blemishes. So I'm just gonna blend this in. I've been seeing on TikTok that there's a lot of holiday sets out already, which I'm very confused why, because I thought holiday sets were usually for December, but I've seen so many good ones out, and it makes me want to go back to Sephora and get the holiday sets just to try a bunch of the products, because I know there's a Summer's Friday one, and my mom actually got it, and it had the jet lag mask, it had the new toasted marshmallow kind of like lip oil, and then there was one other product in it. I can't remember what it was. I feel like the gift sets are so fun because you can try a bunch of the different products, and it's such a good deal too. Usually on the package it'll say, oh, it's a $75 value and you get it for like $50 or something. So it's kind of cool to see the savings that you can get, but I'm confused though. I don't know if there's other holiday sets out yet. I haven't really looked on the app or anything, but I wanna go look because I really wanna try out some new makeup. So just like that, and then I'm just gonna go in with some quick powder. So I have the Mercier translucent powder, and this is one of my staple products. I've been using this since probably middle school. So I love it, but you definitely get your money's worth with it because it is, I think that over the years, they've definitely increased their price, obviously, but it used to be maybe like $38 and now it might be like 48 or something. But I find that it lasts a long time, especially since it's a loose powder. I don't feel like you need a ton of it to set your makeup in place every day. So I feel like a little goes a long way with this product. Next, I'm gonna go in with two of my blushes. So I'm gonna use my Tarte Party Blush, and then I'm gonna use my MAC Lovejoy blush. And what I really like about using two blushes is this one is just like a solid color. So I feel like that is fun to just set your blush in place and give that first initial kind of color. So I'll kind of show, it's like super subtle, pretty pink. I feel like with blush, it's kind of scary to experiment with. And so I usually like a very subtle kind of pinky blush, but I've been getting more into trying different blushes where you can see the pigmentation. And so I see so many makeup looks online and the blush just looks so pretty and pink and it just gives you so much color and life. So I'm trying to get into the look of letting your blush shine through and not being too scared of the pinky kind of rosy cheeks. And this one is a really good subtle pink, but still gives you some color and life into your skin and your face. So I'm gonna go in with just that Tarte one first, and then this MAC Lovejoy. This one has a little bit of sparkle to it, so that's kind of fun to put over the top. So just a little bit of a goldy kind of sparkle. And I'm just gonna put a tiny bit over where I just went with that blush, and then a little bit on my nose, and I'm gonna put a tiny bit on my upper lids too. Just what's left over from on my brush. Usually with my quick and easy everyday makeup, I don't do any contour, and then sometimes I'll do bronzer, but if I'm trying to do a makeup look in like 10 minutes or less, I usually just skip on the bronzer, and I just really focus on blush, creating that color for my skin. Next, I'm gonna move on to brows. So I'm gonna go in with my Ulta Beauty Collection Brow Duo, and I'm just gonna do a very quick and easy, simple brow. So I'm just gonna kind of fill them in a little bit to give some color, but I'm not gonna do anything too dark or too crazy. So I'm just gonna start by brushing them, and then I'll go in with a little bit of the eyebrow pencil. And my brows are kind of looking crazy right now. I think I need to get them either threaded or waxed, but that'll happen another day. So I'm just gonna have to do what I can with them. So I'm just gonna kind of fill them in where the hairs already are. That way it just makes them look a little bit fuller and thicker. Now I'm gonna set my brows in place and kind of calm some of those crazy eyebrow hairs. And I'm gonna use the Ulta Beauty Collection Brow Lift Laminating Gel. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my brows, and then I've seen to kind of lift them and hold them in place. So I'm gonna try that and see if it kind of keeps the brows all lifted. And then I'll just lift them and I'll hold them for a few seconds and just kind of get that gel to get that sticky, strong hold. So this is gonna be the brow look, just very simple, 2-product eyebrow step. And I'm gonna go in with, let's see here. I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeshadow now. I'm gonna mix two of my palettes. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette, and then this one is my Anastasia Soft Glam eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna mix kind of the colors of these two. So this one has a lot of pretty like pinkies, a little bit of shimmer. I think is very nice and good for everyday wear. And then this one is where I'm gonna kind of pull in some of my more fall colors. So they have some nice like darker colors that I can use to get that fall kind of bronzy look. So I think what I'm gonna do, let's see here. I need to look at these colors and see how I wanna make the eyeshadow look. I'm gonna start out first with my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I'm gonna use this nice brown to go all over my lid, and that's gonna just give a good fall kind of brown base for my eyes. And again, this is gonna be a very simple everyday look. It's gonna have that fall kind of brown tone, but not too dark for the work day. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm gonna use the kind of pinky shade. So this one right there. And I'm just gonna apply that all over my lid also. And then the brown and the pinks will kind of mix together. Perfect. And then I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna use a little bit of this kind of darker shade on the palette, and I'm gonna do a tiny bit on the outsides of the corners to give a little bit of depth and shadow to my eye. I'm gonna take my flat kind of eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna use my SOS Tower Spray, and I'm just gonna spray and wet the brush a little bit. And I'm gonna use that to dip it into some of the sparkle. I find that if you use kind of like a wet brush, that it really packs the sparkle kind of onto your eye, and then it makes it a lot more pigmented too. So I'm gonna first go in with this lighter shade, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of that. I'm gonna apply it to the insides of my eyelids. And you can kind of see that it just applies so nicely, and it kind of keeps the sparkle in place too, because sometimes I find that when you do sparkle, it drops below your eyes. So when you wet your brush, it just kind of keeps everything in place, which is nice. I think we're gonna go in with the Anastasia glitter right here. This one is in the shade Dreamer, and I think I'm gonna stick with more of the fine kind of sparkles, because there's some that have the really fine thin sparkles, and then there's a few other ones on here that have a little bit more thicker. So I think for an everyday look, we're gonna do some of the kind of thinner sparkles. So same thing, I'm just gonna do a little bit on my flat brush, and I'm just gonna apply that over the tops of where I just put that last shimmer, and it's gonna be on the inside of my lids. I'm gonna take my fluffy eyeshadow brush. I'm not gonna put any product on it, but I'm just gonna kind of blend the whole lid. That way it blends some of the shimmer with the outside, and everything just looks very cohesive on your eyelid. Perfect, so just like that. And that's gonna be kind of the fall everyday eyeshadow look for today. And next I'm gonna go in with my Milani tubing mascara. This is gonna be the last step for my eyes. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit on my eyelashes. The last step is gonna be my favorite step. So it's creating your lippy combo of the day. And I love being able to try different lip liners, lip products, lipstick, gloss, everything like that. And so this is gonna be the Rare Beauty lip liner. I believe this is in the color Wise. It kind of rubs off really easy when it's just kind of jostling around in my makeup bag. So I can't see the exact color, but I'm pretty sure this one is Wise. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this. I think I'm gonna focus mostly on kind of the insides of my lips. So, a little bit right there. And then I'm gonna do the Rare Beauty lip, let's see. This is the Rare Beauty Tinted Lip Oil in the color Delight. And it's a nice pinky, good kind of darker neutral fall color. And it's a good base. Since it's a lip oil, I find that it kind of provides like an underneath lip stain for any product that you put on top. So I feel like it's a nice product to stain your lips for the day. Right, like that. I'm gonna let this dry for a few minutes and set in place, and then I'm gonna go over it with a gloss. I'm gonna go in with the Kylie Cosmetics Supple Kiss Lip Glaze. This one is in the shade Rose Bloom. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but I'm gonna put this over. And this one's just a nice kind of pinky. So, yeah, I'm just gonna layer that on top of the lip oil. That's the finished quick and easy everyday makeup routine that you can do in less than 15 minutes. And so I feel like it's perfect, and it's just enough color, not too dark of colors, but still fun enough for the fall season. And so I'm very happy how it turned out. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video and you want more, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.